Hey there, friends. So, in this one, I'm going to switch to a different track. I'm going to go back to philosophy, Wittgenstein, make a few connections, and keep it short. What I've been doing, though, is referencing previous YouTubes. So, the two I've just done, mostly the anchoring theme is the Python generator as a grammatical structure in the Python computer language. I use that to anchor these two videos and deal with number sequences. And then I weave in a story that has to do with physical exertion, exercise, because I have this mantra math is an outdoor sport. And it's a way of learning math that's more like a treasure hunt or adventure story, more like the game Uru, is how I ended up. And I can talk more about that another time, but what I want to move to next is my main topic for right now, which I'm going to actually just show you some book covers. So let me minimize most of what I have going on. This was from a recent trip to the U.S. Customs House. Great what they've been doing in Portland, architecture-wise. Applewhite was largely here to see architecture. He wrote Washington itself and would walk around D.C. just kind of gazing up and writing down stuff. Check the book out sometime. So the books I want to talk about are, okay, this is not the orange covered one. There's 4 volumes of this. And the question I raised recently regarding Wittgenstein is maybe at some point in his life he sort of tuned in the Ouspensky stuff. I was talking about this book, The Jew of Linz, and the allegation, we could call it, that he was somehow working for the Russians. I think he was a big fan of Tolstoy. I think we all agree on that. I think that's a known fact. And then I've been roping in Bucky Fuller here quite a bit and saying that he was friends with Werner Erhard, and the Est stuff that he was sort of those swirling around Erhard had a lot in common with the mind dynamics that's described in the Ouspensky stuff here. And why I think you might say, well, that's a lot of garbage, because Wittgenstein was, first of all, he wasn't really Jewish. His Christianity was pretty strong, it seems. And second of all, what's all that Christian about this particular writer, Maurice Nicole? And there, you might not realize this. This is a Scottish Jungian, right? So he's well traveled, and I come across him kind of late in life because I've studied Jungian stuff a lot, mainly James Hillman. My friend Brian Carafin was a good teacher, and I had a lot of good teachers in my day, but it doesn't mean I'm a panopticon or whatever that would mean. But nevertheless, what I discover in this guy is very, very Christian, right? So he writes about the Gospels. He's very much a Christian. So it's not that far-fetched in my book to think that Wittgenstein might have had some overlap with these people. I don't know, right? Because he was very much an anthropologist. He commented on Fraser's Golden Bough. I don't really know Wittgenstein's network that well. And what I value about the Jew of Linz is it raises questions. It's like, so who were his best friends? What did they do? How did they communicate? I mean, people have been pawing through Wittgenstein's biography for a long time, but I'm saying, maybe there's some more questions we want to raise for which I don't have the answers. I'm just saying, let's keep Wittgenstein relevant in the meantime. His investigations, what he's into. Why I'm interested in that in particular is I've got the DuckRabbit meme, which is very well established, connecting to what it takes to see a unit volume tetrahedron instead of a unit volume cube, and the ripple effects that has. Are they just simple ripple effects, or are they more than simple? Good question. Wittgenstein will help us investigate the difference it makes when we do things like that, right? Basic sort of changes. Quadray is going to be helpful. Lots of duck rabbits running around here. Lots of duck rabbits. All right. Talk to you soon.